Okay, let's go.
If you're just tuning in, welcome back to the Job Not Done podcast. I'm your host, Jackson Hogan. This is a podcast on modern masculinity, discipline, and motivation. Today, we're going to be taking a look at how to come back in 2026. So to set the stage, it's about a year ago, March 2024. I'm getting ready for my conference championship for Ultimate Frisbee. I'm a college athlete. During practice, I dive for a disc. Disc gets hit away. My wrist goes straight into the ground. I shatter my wrist. I end up with a distal radial fracture and a shattered lunate. My arm is so fucked up that it looks like my wrist is in the shape of an S. It looks like my bone's about to pop out. And what happened is they took me to the ER and they tried to put the bone back in place, gave me some morphine. Didn't quite work. They got it in a little bit. Had to get surgery and ended up with a titanium plate and 6 screws in my arm. At that point, I thought all hope was lost, and I was questioning my purpose in life. I was questioning, what am I meant to do? If I can't play frisbee, which is my passion, and it's my sport, and it's the thing I train for, what do I do? How do I overcome this? And I started to have doubtful thoughts. Right after surgery, I got put in a cast. And there was a lot of things racing through my mind. There were a lot of things going through my mind that it was an echo chamber. It was just all in my head. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know where to start. And the doctor told me 6 months to a year, you'll probably gain full mobility back. But a lot of people were telling me, you're not going to be able to do this. You can't come back from this injury. And it's good to have a support group. But the problem is I don't know if I even believed in myself. But one day I was like, I have to make a difference. I have to change what I'm going to do because I can't use my right arm, but I can run and I can use my left arm. So I started throwing with my left arm. And I was in school at the time. So I started writing with my left hand. And it sucked. And it looked like I was a third grader writing their assignment, but I still got through it. Now I can write left handed. What you need to understand is it starts from within. It starts with you, and it starts with believing in yourself that you cannot lose and that you must win at all costs. That's actually part of the 1%er mindset. Because if you have the 1% mindset that says, hey, I'm not going to lose, I'm going to do everything in my ability to win, you're going to win. And with this, you have to have the mindset of new levels, new devils. For me, I was on a new level. It wasn't a good level. I was injured, but I figured out a way to conquer those devils. I figured out a way to conquer those obstacles. I figured out a way to deal with adversity. And that's what you need to do in your life. When something happens, when something doesn't go wrong, when you break up in a relationship, whatever, it doesn't matter what it is, you need to make the adjustment and you need to make sure that you believe that you can come back from this, that you're going to be stronger once you do. That's the mindset you have to have every day. You have to say it in your head. I can, I will, I must. It starts from the premonition within your head. Internally, inside you, that is where it starts. And people are going to hate on you. People are going to say you can't do it, and they're going to not believe in you. That's what happened with me. But you have to block out the voices, and you have to let those small voices fade into the background. And it's so easy to let those small voices become large voices inside of our heads. But the way to deal with that is just to put your head down and start working. Start figuring out what you need to do. So for me, I started throwing lefty. I did that through the summer up until August, and I started playing frisbee again. And at that point, I started throwing righty again. And I told myself, I'm going to go to a pro tryout because I had made that goal previously before my injury. But I'm like, I'm not letting down myself. And for the college season, I'm not letting down my team. I'm not going to let down the others around me who support me and who I support during the year. Not going to happen. Not going to happen at all. You need to be there for the people who are going to enhance and solidify yourself as a leader. That's how great leaders are made. It comes from within, but it also comes from the people around you and people you surround yourself with. So at that point, I was telling myself, let's fucking do this. Let's grind. And it didn't look pretty. Throwing right-handed again, it looked so bad, it looked stupid, but that's what you got to do. You got to look stupid sometimes, and you got to look stupid to the world, but at some point, you got to say to yourself, I don't care. I don't care what they think. I'm going to do what I was set out to do, what I was put on this earth to do. I kept going. I tracked my calories. I tracked my macros. I made sure I was getting 7 to 9 hours of sleep each night. All for one day, 4 hours, December 13th. And I went to that tryout and I performed. And I played my ass off and I balled out. I didn't give up and I kept going till the finish line. And you know what? I didn't make the team, but that's not the point. The point is you did the thing you set out to do. You did the thing you told yourself what you're going to do, and you held yourself accountable, and you did it. Regardless of the outcome, you gained experience. In my case, I gained experience by playing with the best of the best. I gained experience with surrounding myself with people who are better than me, because that's how I'm going to become better in the future. And the most fundamental thing about how to come back, how to make this comeback, is you have to believe. You have to truly believe in yourself. And I know it sounds so cliche, but if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe that you can actually do it, you'll never achieve anything that you want in your life. You never will. It's as simple as that. So every day, make the effort, make the time, and make the commitment. Because if you don't, you're going to regret it and you're going to feel like you're missing out. I can't tell you what to do, only you can. And you know what hurts you. You know what hurts you. So this year, I want you to make your comeback and I want you to set a goal for yourself and I want you to commit yourself to it. I want you to commit yourself to it. And you're going to struggle sometimes. That's natural because we are humans. We are imperfect. One day you fail, the next day you get up and you keep going. You build consistency because on the days that you are consistent, the days that you have scheduled training, you're working on your mental aspects, you're working on your psychological aspects, you're working on, it doesn't matter what it is, but if you're going 50% on the days you're supposed to be going 100, and then you take those rest days, then you take those off days, you're minimizing your recovery, you're minimizing your output, and you're minimizing your efficiency. And I still have a reminder of my injury today. I have a scar there. And during my injury, I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to lift weight again. There's no way I'm going to be able to do bench press. There's no way I'm going to be able to do crow pose for yoga. But I told myself, impossible. That's impossible. I refuse to believe that. I refuse to believe that. You have to refuse the belief that you're not good enough. You have to refuse that. You have to make yourself worth more than what you think. Because if you do that, you're going to see extreme improvement. And it's not going to be instant, but it's going to be over time. Each day, you're building a little comeback. And those comebacks, day to day, stack up over a year. And then once you look back at a year, you see how much progress you've made. You see how far you've come. And you're like, holy shit, let's fucking keep going. Let's push ourselves. Let's increase our goals. Let's increase our capacity. Let's run a marathon. Let's run an ultra marathon. Let's do an Ironman. It doesn't matter what it is, but you need to believe it. And if there's one thing that you can take away from today's episode, don't give up on yourself. Be obsessed. And know that you can never lose if you don't give up. If you like today's video, please make sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment. All the help is much appreciated. Until next time, guys. Peace.